Hi, I'm Abigail Osry.
And I'm Emily Osry. Welcome to Season 6, Episode 30 of El Camino Reality.
This week we cover a field trip to the Will Geer Theatricum Botanicum,
take a trip downtown to Disney Hall, and of course toss it over to Josh Schaefer for this week's sports wrap-up. In honor of the 400th anniversary last Saturday of William Shakespeare's death, 10th grade English classes took a trip to the Will Geer Theatricum Botanicum to watch A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Jenny Mariano and Isabella Balbi show you more.
Shakespeare is in the air as sophomores and seniors visit the Will Geer Theatricum Botanicum in Topanga Canyon on Wednesday, the 20th. Students got to see their production of A Midsummer Night's Dream and got to participate in interactive workshops with the actors.
Yeah, so we went to the Will Geer Garden Theater and we watched A Midsummer Night's Dream, and then we also we went around in groups to different seminars and activities. So people were juggling, people were doing stage fighting, there were songs, harmonies, there was like improv games, and so you would cycle around with your group.
And everyone had fun. They got to take a little break, interact with each other, do some improv, do some juggling. It was fun.
It was fun to see the actors there and their interpretation of Shakespeare and how they performed it. And they were very they stuck to Shakespeare very well, and they did like classical acting, which was interesting to see rather than like modern interpretations.
You always have a vision of a play when you're reading it, so it was nice to see someone else's interpretation of it.
It was really beautiful to be out there and to be watching acting with all my friends, and yeah, it was an enjoyable experience.
It was nice. It was nice to be like outside and to see how they set up their stage.
This field trip really helped students and teachers understand why Shakespeare is so important to learn in high school.
Shakespeare still has relevant themes that everyone goes through. He talks about love and he talks about suffering and things that everyone can relate to. So he's still really relatable.
It makes you have like an elevated vocabulary, and it teaches you about, like for someone that does theater, it teaches you about different types of theater, which is good.
All the world's a stage. For El Camino Reality, I'm Jenny Mariano.
Oh, you're wearing your medal.
You bet I am. Last week, we and 17 other journalists competed at the National High School Journalism Convention in downtown Los Angeles. And McKenna Thurber and I came home with first place.
That's right, Candy Esterkin and I also competed in a 4-hour news package contest. Here's the segment we produced. The Walt Disney Concert Hall, located in downtown Los Angeles, is internationally recognized by its iconic architecture and tranquil blue ribbon garden. The concert hall is considered to be one of the most exquisite concert halls in the United States. Built in 2003, architect Frank Gehry worked closely with the widow of Walt Disney, Lillian Disney, to create its aesthetic design. People from all parts of the world flock to Los Angeles to see its architectural beauty up close.
I'm from Paris together with my wife. It's not the first time in LA, but actually it's the first time to visit that museum. That's true.
I come to this place because it was the beginning of a blossoming of art in Los Angeles. It was like a flower on the hill that just was planted here by Frank Gehry, the architect.
Surrounded by many other famous landmarks, such as the Staples Center and now the Broad, this historic structure stands out with its iconic stainless steel coated structure.
These beautiful shapes are what contains the music, so the architecture actually is an extension of the music that occurs inside.
Another highlight to the structure is its blue ribbon garden located on the rooftop. There lies a beautiful rose constructed in honor of Lillian Disney. Home to the Los Angeles Philharmonic, the concert hall is also host to many other artists who come and perform.
I'm here for a concert at Walt Disney Hall, and I play with LA Master Chorale. We're gonna have a concert tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. It's a great performance. We play Handel, Alexander Feast, and I'm really pleased.
Whether you're a classical musical fan or not, the Walt Disney Concert Hall's visually dynamic architecture is definitely a sight to see. Filming for JEA, I'm Emily Osry. And now let's toss it over to Josh Schaefer for this week's sports wrap-up.
Thanks, Emily. On Wednesday, the ECR baseball team earned a thrilling victory over the Birmingham Patriots. Birmingham jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead, but in the fourth inning, Eric Yang hit a sacrifice fly that would score Dane Reed. Later that inning, Jake Bear would hit a 2-out, 2-run double for a 3-2 ECR lead. ECR would enter the sixth inning trailing the Patriots by a score of 4-3, but a 2-out single by Daniel Moreno would tie the game at 4. In the bottom of the seventh, Jake Bear would come up huge for the Conquistadors again, hitting a walk-off single that scored Justin Katona, and ECR would win by a score of 5-4. On Friday, ECR defeated the Patriots again. This time it wasn't as close. The final score was 8-0 in favor of El Camino. Jordan Berg pitched a complete game shutout, while Dylan Hirsch hit an inside-the-park 3-run homer. Emma Jackson threw consecutive one-hitters last week in wins over Chatsworth and Birmingham. On Friday, ECR defeated Birmingham again, this time by a final score of 4-2. Paige Daniels and Brittany Hyman each had 2 RBIs. Friday marked the first time in 2016 that ECR surrendered a run to a West Valley League team. Zymon Sosoban and Ryan Kia both shot 36 to lead the ECR golf team to a win over Birmingham last week, and the ECR track and field team defeated Cleveland at all levels. On April 22nd, the boys varsity volleyball team defeated Cleveland by a final score of 3-0. Those 3 sets finished with final scores of 25-15, 25-17, and 25-16. Sarala Jawed had 16 digs, John McNally had 27 assists, Colt Chia had 13 kills, while Chia and Sean McPherson each had 4 aces. With their victory on Friday, the El Camino Real varsity volleyball team clinched the 2016 West Valley League title. Congratulations to them, their entire team, and their coaching staff. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at ECR_live for news and updates about when and where our next broadcast will take place. On Wednesday, we'll be live at 3 o'clock p.m. for the girls' varsity softball game as they host the Cleveland Cavaliers. Once again, that is at 3 p.m. on Wednesday. You can watch live on ecrjournalism.com/live. On Friday, we'll be back out at Mike Mayo Stadium for the ECR baseball team as they host the Granada Hills Highlanders. For El Camino Reality, I'm Josh Schaefer.
From all of us on the crew of El Camino Reality,
Stay sharp, Conquistadors. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube or ecrjournalism.com.
1, 2, 3, 4.